there's no such thing as just single channel retail anymore. Omnichannel is the new term for retail.
Katie, if you can go a little bit deeper around that sort of technology side, maybe what Showfields is doing specifically, or what you kind of see as best in class as we think about the sort of core capabilities that are necessary to create an omni-channel shopping experience. And then maybe alongside that, what are some of the sort of key technology components that are companies need to be thinking about?
So we call ourselves the most interesting store in the world, but really we are the most interesting technology platform. We spent a year building out the technology that powers everything we do in the physical, including building our own point of sale. So we actually have created an ecosystem because we own the point of sale that is end to end. We understand entirely what's happening in the ecosystem, from the time someone walks in to what products they touch to what other brands they visit before purchasing, and then what they purchased, how much they purchased, what their email address is. We're able to create this ecosystem where we can actually understand what's working and what's not working. And that's because of the technology. If I think about what it's going to take long-term for people to really have a physical environment that allows them to understand all the channels, including the channels that happen outside of their store, it's going to be about owning end to end the ecosystem that they run, and then being able to attribute the things that happen in their ecosystem to the things that happen in the outside world. Clearly, we're working on technologies such as the magic wand that allows us to understand the consumer journey when the moment they leave our store. But the first 3 years of building Showfields was actually about getting to understand for the first time entirely the customer's journey from the moment they walk in to what they purchase, and being able to look at all that data and really help young brands understand how to A/B test and get better and get more sales and get in front of more customers in a meaningful way.
Katie, I know this is something that you guys have been sort of thinking about with Showfields from day one, but as we look at more purchases happening online and people starting to plan out more aspects of their sort of in-store journeys, how do you see the role of the store changing? And what do retailers need to be thinking about differently in terms of making it sort of a key piece of that omni-channel experience?
What happened during COVID is that more people are shopping e-com than ever before, and more people are experiencing the convenience of it. It is so easy. If you're shopping on your phone and double clicking to Apple Pay, if the product is arriving the next day, if you have ease of search, those are things that people are now bringing into the physical location. They are wanting those same things in their physical spaces as they have in their digital spaces. So the future and role of the store is what we call consumer commerce, or c-commerce. It is rethinking the entire retail experience through the eyes of the consumer and giving them all of the things that they expect through an online purchase in a physical location. A great example of this is the Magic Wand app also has a place where you can see what products are in front of you, right? If you'd like to be in the app itself. And what we find is that instead of talking sometimes to one of our storytellers, a lot of people who are really comfortable with digital shopping will stand in the space and search through and look and compare all the products directly on their phone before then picking up and purchasing the product. It's ease of use for them for education. So I really think the future of retail is, it's not just this idea of curbside pickup and all these other flashy words that everyone's speaking about. It's getting to the heart of what actually a consumer wants, which is for it to be as easy to navigate and more fun than digital.
Amazing. Yeah, I love that bringing in. I mean, even though in some cases, as you mentioned, the consumer is more comfortable interacting on a mobile device than speaking to someone in person, and probably even more so now that we're all living in this like screen-based world so much. But it's pretty incredible to then figure out how to be customer centric and it's such a challenge to meet all the needs and be so flexible for all the different ways people want to shop.
Katie, I'd love to talk to you because I think that you are developing innovation that really connects to the theme that we're talking about right now. Could you talk us through the magic wand experience at Showfields?
When you think about Showfields, at our core, we're trying to make it as easy for a direct-to-consumer brand to open a physical location and to understand that physical location in the same way that they would open and understand a website. So we need to speak the language that the brands that we are working with speak on a day-to-day basis, which means one of the time-old things that we have to solve is attribution. Previously, when you open a physical location, you marked where you were in terms of your direct-to-consumer sales within that market. And then whatever lift you saw, even if that lift was organic or PR-based, you usually attributed that to opening a location. We've created something where you can literally walk around the store and it's almost like Instagram in real life. You have a wand in your hand, your phone is in your pocket, and as you go through the experience, you can tap on different items, learn about that brand, learn about that specific product, add that product to your wish list, and then eventually at the end of your experience, you get a list of everything you liked during your journey. You can add those items directly into your cart, check out, walk out with those items in a bag, or you'll have that list to reference later. On the brand side, we now know that that particular person, that email address, met your brand at Showfields. And if they go on to purchase that product on your website, you now know that it was your physical store where they met and decided to purchase that product.
That's amazing. Really like the way that you guys are kind of like thinking that through in almost like digitizing or adding that digital layer of intelligence to the physical store.